Hey there, Virgo, and welcome to your month, not your week, your month of October 2021 general tarot reading. We're going to do a 3-card spread here. It's going to be taking a step back, staying in a situation, or taking a step forward. And like I say, this could be a situation, this could be a person, whatever it is. This is a general tarot reading, whatever this resonates as for you. And don't necessarily, we got pop out. And don't necessarily think that and another pop out. Don't necessarily think that a step back is a bad thing. The cards will let us know whether it is or not. So thank you for being here. And just as a quick little caveat, we're not going to be doing any clarifiers with these cards. But we will be just going more in depth than how I would normally do if we were doing like a big spread like like my weeklies where I do like a lot of cards. So not enough time to touch on every single one of them, or else the readings would all be like an hour long. But here we go. So we're starting off, taking a step back to the Magician. Thank you for being here, by the way. But taking a step back into the Magician here, Virgo, would say just move back into sort of a manifestation sort of mindset, action taking purposes, with the Magician. The Magician, I love the Magician as the infinite sign over his head. It represents the infinite possibilities above you. Like you have infinite possibilities within you, Virgo. A lot of people, I feel like, limit themselves by saying, I can never do this, I can never do that, I can never yada, 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 right? Like the list goes on. But that's just people who don't see their own potential. That's people who don't realize what they could accomplish, right? They very much limit themselves because of kind of what society and their preconceptions and things like that, right? For instance, you might be thinking to yourself, I could never be a YouTuber, right? Like I can never, go on YouTube and make vlogs or do cooking tutorials or basket weaving or teach people that stuff or whatever, right? Like I can never do that kind of stuff. That's because you're putting a limit on yourself if you were thinking that way. I feel like if you take a step back, you need to take a step back into that limitless possibilities. Like you could do anything. You have the power to do anything. The Magician does. The Magician not only has that infinite symbol in their head, like they realize they have infinite potential, they also have all of these minor arcana assets at their disposal, representing they have everything they need as well to manifest whatever they need in this world. And manifestation doesn't just start in the mind. Though I feel like in the mind it is important to have a good mindset. It is important to, realize that I can do whatever I want to do. I can achieve the things and the goals and such in my life that I want to accomplish. But it's also good with manifestation to actually go out and try to do those things, to try to put yourself in the right place, right? So for instance, if you want to manifest love, it's like, okay, well, what you should be doing is going out and putting yourself in a position where you might encounter someone who you could fall in love with, right? Or someone might encounter you who is looking and interested in falling in love, right? You can't do that from the comfort of your own home, of course. You can't be like, I'm going to meet new people by sitting in my home, in my living room all day. That doesn't happen. You don't meet new people that way. You can, of course, talk with people online, right? I'm not saying it's impossible, but to actually go out and encounter someone in the real world and such, you need to put yourself out there. You need to go out and go to new places, go to new places you've never been before. Go to the grocery store and kind of, just kind of keep your eyes peeled, that kind of thing. And the Magician really encourages this. So it's possible you need to take a step back into that and be like, I need to manifest what I want in my life here. So I'm liking that a lot. Staying put looks great too, because we have the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is a card of gifts coming in for you, success, fortune, things like that coming in for you. So it's potentially, maybe recently you've just received some money, possibly. Maybe won some money in a lottery, or, somebody's like, hey, your great Aunt Petunia passed away and she left you an inheritance of something, something like that, right? So that's possibly what's coming for you as well. But it's also saying you might have been gifted with something that is kind of making your eyes kind of open to the idea of having more. With the Ace of Pentacles here, you can see there's some mountains in the distance in this archway. And that is like challenges in your future. If you want more than just this one pentacle, it's sort of like preparing for those challenges, meaning like, okay, for instance, it's like if you have success for instance. I was talking about YouTube here momentarily, and just I'll kind of bring this back to here. It's like, if you want success on YouTube, like you post a couple videos, you pick up quite a few subscribers or something, and you're like, I want more of this. It's like, there are challenges ahead of you. You need to work harder to gain more subscribers, to gain more, likes and things like that, right? You need to do that, and so it's saying you need to plan for those challenges if you want more of this. So it's possible right now something's kind of sparking in you where you're like, I really want more of more money or more of whatever I've recently gained, and I need to start making plans for that, to overcome those challenges, to work hard so that I can achieve the 10 of Pentacles, which is my ultimate goal here. So I'm digging that. So I feel like you're already in that mode, so you may just want to stay there. But moving on looks great as well. Like this whole spread is looking very good, Virgo. We've got the Hierophant. The Hierophant is Taurus's card. So if you're new to tarot, all the zodiac signs have a major arcana card that represent them. This is Taurus's, the Hierophant. The Hierophant represents doing things the way everyone else kind of does them. He very much wants you to do things how everybody else does things, like kind of conformity, that kind of thing, but not necessarily total conform and such, right? The Hierophant wants to teach you, wants to be sort of like a professor or something. So in the future, maybe you're searching out, maybe taking a step forward is to find someone who can teach you about these things, right? Going, like doing online courses, for instance, or doing, in classroom courses, whatever the case may be, and finding someone that's very knowledgeable about the subject that you want to, know more about and learn from them. The Hierophant would tell you that success leaves clues, right, as well. So if you maybe don't necessarily want to do classes or something like that, the Hierophant will point you in the direction of saying, for instance, what do the most successful people on, your particular path in life that you want to go down do to have success, right? Look at that. And so, for instance, if you, again, we'll bring this back to YouTube just because that's familiar to me, but it would say, what do the most, what do those people do that have success? So, for instance, look at tarot readers, for instance. A lot of tarot readers do weekly readings, but they also do monthly readings as well. So that's partially why I incorporated doing monthly readings and mid-monthly readings as well, because I was like, okay, well, I want to be a part of that. I want to have that as well. And the Hierophant would say, okay, well, if you want to have that same sort of success, start doing those videos. So that's where we are. So potentially for yourself as well, Virgo, you might need to really go out and start researching, what do those people do that are having success in my field that I want to have success in? What are they doing, and what are the paths they took that got them there? So that's what we got for you, Virgo. This is all looking great. Either we're getting back and we're manifesting and we're sticking with the plan, or we're going to be gaining some knowledge here in the future. So I'm loving that. That's fantastic, Virgo. Thank you so much for being here. Hope this has helped you out. Hope this has resonated with you. If you want to help out the channel, you can always leave a like down below. I appreciate it so much. You can, of course, subscribe to the channel too if you haven't already. You can share this video and check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos too after this one. Thank you again for being here, Virgo, and I will see you in the next video.